The whiplash is a great trick. Sometimes it's called a rolling tail whip. And essentially you roll along, you stand on the side of the bike facing inwards and kick the back of the bike around, catch it and ride away. As usual, we're going to start off slowly and do it step by step. So you're practicing your hang fives on both feet if you can, and also your steamrollers on both feet. What this is doing is helping you with the awkward balance of balancing on one wheel while you're rolling forwards. With the whiplash, standing on your favourite side of the bike, set the pedal on the other side. I encourage you to give it a go without using your brakes. So the first thing we're going to do, roll along at a slow speed and try and kick the back of the bike around. Alright, so that may or may not have worked very well, but you've tried to kick the back of the bike around. This time, do it again, but stand up really close to the handlebars. Get your weight. Now, there are some other tutorials that say lean forwards. I'm going to say, maybe don't lean forwards. Just get close to the handlebars so your weight is above the peg. Trying the same thing again, but this time standing up nice and close so your weight's a lot further over your front peg. Hopefully you're noticing two things. You are on the front wheel, you're rolling a little bit longer before the back wheel hits the ground, and when the back wheel hits the ground, it's hitting the ground a lot softer. So just that coming up close to the handlebars has given you a little bit more balance over the front wheel. You're not falling off straight away, and you've got that little bit more control. Okay, this is what we want. Keep practicing and you'll see that you are going that little bit further on the front wheel before you're falling off now. And I think this is the crucial step. I discovered it while I was learning whiplashes on the other side, on my other foot. When you kick the bike, have your weight over the front wheel. So you're not here, you're here. But as you kick the bike, look what happens when you kick the bike and you push the handlebars forward. Straight away, I didn't even kick the bike, it already went around all by itself. So, do exactly the same thing, come up nice and close to the handlebars, kick the bike, but push the push the handlebars forwards a little bit. You're still going slowly. Pushing your handlebars forward that little bit allows the back of the bike to come around. Catch it by putting your foot down and hopping a few times, and just go with it and see if you can keep the back of the bike going right around, and see if you can keep the back wheel up in the air. So this time, exactly the same thing. As you kick the bike around, push the handlebars forwards a little bit. You're trying to keep the back wheel up in the air. You're aiming to get this step nice and smooth. This step is kicking the back of the bike around, almost following the back of the bike with your foot. And as the back of the bike comes around in front of you, you're putting your other foot on the foot peg, so you're essentially swapping your feet on the foot pegs. Kick, follow it around, swap your feet over. Kick, follow it around, and swap your feet over. And the back of the bike will have momentum, so it'll keep coming around. You can just go with it. Practice this step and try and make it as smooth as possible. Aiming for smoothness. Doesn't matter about anything else, doesn't matter about the balance, just make it smooth. Rather than hopping 3 times now, see if you can do it only hopping 2 times. You've got 2 hops nice and smooth. Alright, you've probably guessed it. Do it with just 1 hop. See here that I'm finishing with my second foot back on the peg, and other times I'm finishing with my second foot on the frame. Just do whatever you can do. Get to the bike, just get to the bike. Get to the bike on the peg, get to the bike on the frame, get to the bike. And again, aiming for smoothness. Get this so it's nice and smooth. Of course, you've gone from 3 hops to 2 hops to 1 hop. See if you can get it with no hops. Go straight to the frame. You can probably tell that the whole thing revolves around being balanced on your front wheel. There's a couple of ways you can cheat this. One is by pushing the handlebars forward, one is by making sure you're staying nice and close to the handlebars, and another one is potentially leaning. I'd encourage you to try the other 2 first. If you find that the bike keeps getting away from you, so you go to kick it around, but you just can't get over the top. Try bringing yourself a little bit closer to the handlebars, and then as you kick, remember that little push forward to get the back of the bike around. But also remember to pull it back to keep the back wheel off the ground. Alright, share it with a friend who's trying to learn hang fives, and let me know how you're going. Enjoy.